Are you sick and tired of doctors, scientists, and the media giving you the old informational what for every single day of your pathetic existence? Fight back! Get into the comments section of news articles and social media posts and get your point of view across. And when you get the inevitable online cancellation notice, you can easily hide behind the shield of just asking questions, bro. This bit of anti-propaganda propaganda brought to you by Alex and the Garbage Man.
It's funny that's how you started this and how we're coming back into the new year. Hello, boys and girls, children of all ages. We are back better than ever. We're going to go with that because it was a Christmas Thursday. So 2 days for Christmas, I caught a 40-hour suspension. I have no idea what I sent. I have no clue. But from what I gathered, a lot of people, like I saw Jared Miller got one. There was a couple guys on his page that said they got a ban. There was a whole bunch of people that got banned.
And no rhyme or reason as to why.
So here's the fucked up thing. It's like, well, you shared nudity or something, and it was on Messenger. And I'm like, and then they deleted the picture. And I'm like, well, no, I need to see this picture you're claiming that I apparently sent nudity on. Because I legitimately, if I had sent something dumb and been like, yeah, like the last band I caught when it was that Kurt Cobain picture, I was kind of like, yeah, okay, fuck, I pushed it. I knew I shouldn't have. But now I'm going like, I don't know. I don't know. So, what is it? I'm back. So how was your vacation?
Went by way too fast, as usual.
Right?
Yeah.
And did you get out of Vancouver? Because I know a lot of people couldn't get in. Yeah, okay.
No, I had the bags packed. I was all ready to go. And the weather, WestJet sent me, I think, 2 or 3 notifications about the change to the flight time.
Mm-hmm.
And that day wasn't looking great out there. My parents said, it's probably not a good idea. So I stayed. And it's probably better that I did, because then even when I canceled the flight on the 23rd, which is the day I was supposed to fly out, WestJet sends me, I think it was another email reminder about my flight on the 24th, because it had been rescheduled to the 24th, but I canceled on the 23rd. And then on the 25th, so the 25th or 26th, they leave me a voicemail reminding me about my flight time on the 23rd.
I mean, and you know me, I'm the first one. I'd be like, yeah, God's fucking stupid. But the chaos they had going on those few days, like, and again, we've said it lots about when we watch Karen videos, and can you imagine being those poor people at the desks trying to deal with this crap? And of course, people don't give a shit, and they're yelling at them like, what a nightmare. What an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, and it's probably best that I didn't go, because the flight back on the 27th, I think that was rescheduled 2 or 3 times as well, and then canceled and then rescheduled again for a day or 2 later. So I'm glad I didn't go.
Sounds like it would have been quite the cluster F.
Yes.
So,
and speaking of which, I found this video before we went on our little Christmas break, and unfortunately, for whatever reason, I didn't play it, but I'm going to play it here now. There's this airway called Qantas Airways, and apparently this video, I don't know who the hell shot this video, but this is of their baggage handlers.
Jesus. Wow.
And so on and so forth. I imagine you get the idea.
Maybe it's called the Red Bull. Maybe it gives them wings to throw their bags.
They're trying to get everyone out of there as quickly as possible. And if I or the video am choppy, I apologize. I've got a virtual background going on right now. I'm trying that out.
It was very choppy. I wasn't sure if it was
Okay.
me. It's why I didn't move. I'm like, is it my fault? I'm not moving.
All right. Well, you never know until you try. So I won't use a virtual background next time. I'll go back to the way it was before.
You should do that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things we need to talk about. I wish really was here right now. The first one I want to talk about was Donald Trump. I'm going to ask the three people that are in the chat. I know Chad and Ryan for sure, and maybe Red's here. I don't know who the third one is, but do you guys think Donald Trump is going to jail? I don't think so. Alex?
Nope.
And it's not about not having evidence. It's all there. But my favorite new podcast is the Kevin Nash show, Click This. And they discussed, they brought up Donald Trump, and Kevin Nash said it best. Ryan probably doesn't listen. I know Chadney does. I don't know if Chad's there yet, but they're talking about the O.J. Simpson case. Nash always goes there because that's his thing now, basically, with Donald Trump is shit or get off the pot, right? Like, he's either guilty or not. So, and I didn't know this, and I'm sure Ryan's going to fill it in that I should have known this if I had watched the O.J. versus the People. But apparently, O.J., there was a brand of shoe that was taken from the Nicole Simpson murder scene. And it was a size 13 of the specific shoe. The only person apparently in the United States who had this shoe in a size 13 was O.J. Simpson. And he still got off. So, and it's not because he's quote the Teflon Don, Chad. I just think that, and in this end, Chris Rock, he said this wasn't like when they're like, we won. What the fuck did we win? This has nothing to do with color. Because if he was Orenthal James, the bus killer murderer, he'd be in jail right now. It had everything to do with money. And that's what's going to happen again with Donald Trump. Bruno Mala. Yeah, whatever that. Thanks, Chadney. But yeah, that's the shoe. And he was the only person in the States that had it. And I just found that out. And before I even found out about that, I'm going, well, of course O.J. Simpson did it. How the fuck can you think he didn't do it? But alas. So that's my reasoning. Your reasoning?
He rubs it in your face with a book called If I Did It.
Right? Like, holy shit.
The balls on this guy.
Holy shit. Right?
But then again, okay, so they found the imprint of the shoe at the crime scene. I assume this was in either the backyard or the side of the house. I think the backyard.
And it was a bloody one, too. It wasn't just like in dirt. It was blood.
Okay, I was going to say, because if there's no blood there, then, well, he could have been in the backyard at any point in time, and it would be inadmissible. But if it's got blood on it, okay, you got something.
And that's what I should have said, is that it was in blood. Like, yeah, the footprint was in blood. So, it's like, how much more of a red flag do you need, really, right? So... what else? Oh, okay, I'm gonna show you this video now. So so this happened, I don't know when this exactly happened, but two Alberta officers were found not guilty in a manslaughter aggravated assault case. Now, there's a video I'm gonna show. It is public domain, it's on YouTube and everything. So, and it's off the police body cams and vehicles. Okay. So basically, these officers pull up behind this truck that is parked at a rest area, and they come up to the truck, and they, of course, say, they're looking for this vehicle, and they, oh, get out of the vehicle, blah. They try to bust the door open. They bust the glass, open the door, and he throws it a little bit into reverse, a little bit, goes back, and then they immediately start shooting. But he backed up and then went to go. And they unload on this vehicle. And we have made it very clear on this show that we are pro-police. But I have a real problem with this video. Like, to me, these guys should have been it should have been more of. They should have been more held responsible for what happened. That is my opinion. So, go ahead.
The way you describe it, when he put it in reverse and then he went to go forward, that to me gives the police an out, saying we feared for our lives. We thought he was going to run us down using the vehicle as a weapon. So therefore we took steps to stop him.
And that's what they said. But this, to me, I don't know. I'll let you watch the video, and I'll let you guys watch the video and see what you think. All right, I'm just curious, like, what you guys think about it. So here, I'll play it. All right. Ready?
Yep.
Shots fired. So that's basically it.
All right. Well,
so
that
I don't know
video
why
too
I find that
was-
excessive. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say that video too was kind of choppy. It's probably my fault, but I got the gist of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It could be my shitty internet too. So,
Yeah, we're starting off the new year on a glitchy foot, I think.
well, yeah, and it's I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe you are right that they feared, and I think pretty sure that's what they claimed, is that they feared for their lives, which I get though too. Like,
no matter what the situation, if you try and run or escape the scene, you will automatically be seen as guilty, and they will take steps to stop you. I mean, and then it turns in, if you get away, then it turns into the car chase, be it the Bronco speed or be it high speed. They will get you. You are not getting away in this day and age.
No, and no, that's what always gets in these people. Yeah, he's trying something new today. Really, it's not really working. See what I did there? But yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't. I don't understand this and running, because it's never going to work out.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just like some of those people in the United States who say we have the Second Amendment so we can take on the tyrannical government. Well, good luck, because no matter how many guns you have and you're holed up in your house or your compound or whatever, police and SWAT team and National Guard will just keep pouring through. It doesn't matter how many you kill, they will get you. They have the numbers. They have umpteen ways and strategies of getting to you, so you will not win. The Second Amendment waving all you want. I'm in favor of it, even though I'm not American, but you will lose.
Yeah, and really, if they really wanted to, you bring you like, okay, Jim Jeffries, have a drink. You're bringing a gun to a drone fight. You're gonna lose. All right, we're done.
You're bringing your one gun to their 100 guns.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yep.
So, what else? I finally watched Venom Part 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I didn't mind it. It was I feel that, have you watched it yet? Sorry?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I really felt they kind of made Cassidy a bitch. Like in the comic books, like he was a ruthless serial killer. It didn't matter who. And he seemed like he had a bit of a conscience. I know I'm way behind the party, but yeah, I don't know. Hey, yo, Frankie, I got your back. I don't know. He was trying something new. I don't know what. I know what he was doing. I think. Can I guess? I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
Because you set up your area every day. Or every time we do the show, you put up a black. So you're like, fuck, I'm gonna try to do this so I don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, as I get older, I'm getting lazier slowly but surely.
Yeah. And really, I have a bedroom with some posters. I mean, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't care, I do. That's part of why the dynamic of this show kind of works.
Yeah, you want to break into my house, you go right ahead and deal with the lunatic that's fucking sitting on the couch. Let me know how that works out for you. Don't be scared of me. Be scared of the one sitting on the couch. She will fuck you up. Good Lord.
Well, you're in the basement playing video games. Is that what you did over your break?
For the most part, I had to go. I had a family member pass away, so I had to go to Calgary.
Oh, sure.
And go see my brother-in-law. But other than that, I didn't do shit.
Yeah. Right on.
I didn't even go to the gym. I did. I can't say that. I still kind of went, but I was like, yeah, fuck it. And then once I get to the new year, I'll get kind of. It was holidays, so I was like, f that. So I kind of ate a little shittier. It was holidays, so.
Yeah.
But I know I'm 2 days in already. Back to the gym. I didn't go yesterday, but I went to the gym today. Been eating better. That's what I said I was gonna do. That's what I'm doing. So it felt good to be back in the gym.
Yeah, I agreed. I kept my schedule, but I ate kind of trashy for a while, and
So did I. Yeah.
it's something I planned for and I look forward to.
Thanks, Ryan.
And it was great.
Yeah, and it didn't go too crazy, but there was a lot of potato chips eaten because that is I love potato chips. Like I love potato chips. They're so good. They're delicious. They really are delicious. So,
And you could eat bag after bag after bag and not be full?
No, like not like that, but definitely if I'm opening a bag, it's not surviving.
Mm.
Like I'm curious. I bet Chadney and Ryan will say the same thing. Maybe really. I don't know really in real life, but I know Ryan and Chadney are smashing a whole bag of chips. I'm smashing a bag of chips. I think you would have some. Well, no, I'm going to say you would smash a bag of chips because you don't do it often. So if you were going to do it, you're going to go hard in the paint. You're like, fuck it. This bag is not going to survive the night. That's what
I could.
That's what I'm thinking. Because you don't do it often, right? So I'm thinking when you're going to do it, you're going to be like, yeah, I'm going to destroy this thing.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, that's what I pretty much thought. So, yeah. But.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know because I didn't get tested, but I think I had the Rona because good Lord, did I ever feel like trash an entire one day. And I almost lost my appetite. I mean, the regular food that I eat, I could barely get through it, and I was sleeping a lot. That's the part I loved the most. I could sleep, didn't care about the alarm.
That was the big thing with holidays, yeah, not caring about an alarm. I'd not given but so, and again, and I say that, and she knows it, but my wife is my Iron Maiden. She takes a lot to put that girl down, and she was so sick that she wasn't feeling good Monday. She stayed in bed all day Tuesday, did not get out of bed to go to the bathroom. That was it. And I brought her soup in bed. Wednesday she made it to the couch, but stayed on the couch. Thursday she was kind of up and on the couch, so she was basically done for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness, knock on wood, any wood object we can find is I didn't get sick. I was smashing vitamin C and iron pills, and again, I'm not the pillar of health, but eating a bit better and exercising, there's no way I shouldn't have got sick. Because I sleep beside her. Like I wasn't gonna go sleep. Now I'm not making her go downstairs, and I sure as fucking going to sleep on the couch downstairs. Fuck that. This bed's uncomfortable as fuck. I ain't sleeping in here. So knock on wood. Now Cohen's sick. So again, knock on wood. Let's avoid this.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, really? Barbecue corn chips.
Ooh.
So the most wretched heartburn ever. Holy, a nice bag of fresh corn chips, man. Oh my geez. That is some good stuff. That is some really good stuff.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, next time you go to Walmart, how do you have a Walmart? Do you go to one often?
There is a Walmart within reach, but I do not go there, not even if I have to. I avoid it like the plague that it is.
Okay. What about Superstore? Where do you get like, your groceries?
I go to Superstore every once in a while.
Okay. What I'm getting at is next time you go food shopping, like Walmart, they have really weird flavors of chips now. Like what was the one? It was like something like uh uh teriyaki chicken flavored and um like just really buffalo wing flavored. It's really weird flavors, like really different flavors. Like, oh, actually, and another one of my chips that I don't get a little bag because I get sick of them fast, but they're so good. Ruffles sour cream and bacon chips.
Mm.
I mean, that's weird too. Twist, that's weird too. Yeah.
Back in the day, Ruffles all dressed. Those were my favorite for a while.
Old Dutch did they're called Ridleys, and
Okay.
same basic thing, but their all dressed chips are really really good too. Yeah, yeah, I've heard lots of good things about No Frills. Like they get good prices on stuff. I've heard that a lot.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me that 10WD-40 exists as a flavor, just like hazelnut coffee and chicken with strawberry jam flavor. Just stupid shit that they're throwing something at the wall.
I gotta say right now, we got a waffle cone coffee creamer. It was fucking delicious. It was so good. It was so good. Yeah, I do. But yeah, I'm dialing her back in now. You know, like that's a good TV watching right there.
Entrapment was decent. The Rock is classic to me.
Yeah, that's one of them movies that if it's on, it's usually like, well, here goes the next couple hours of my life.
Yep.
Yep. So so are there movies off the top of your head that you can think of, which of course you can, that if it like say if you were flicking on the television, you're like, oh well, this is on. So I'm bad now that if I'm flicking, like, ooh, like Jaws is on. I'm totally gonna go to fucking wherever I can find it and watch without commercials. But so we'll just go on. If you're flipping the channels and there's a movie that comes on, what movies make you stay? Like you're like, I'm gonna watch this movie now.
Die Hard.
Okay.
Or the second or third Die Hard. Evil Dead 2. So those are my top two favorite movies: Die Hard and Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
After that, then it starts to narrow down because almost all the movies I watch, they're single view. Some are really good, but I don't have the time to go back at this point and give them a second viewing. So I don't know. I think I would have to grab a TV, get some cable on it, and then find out for sure.
Okay.
Because I have no idea. Roadhouse, no. You know, I watched that, I think, last year with my girlfriend. It's an 80s movie. Bloodsport, I would watch for the memes.
Okay, don't do that. You're fucking bugging me out. Your head's all fucking doing that Max Tron guy from MTV. Roadhouse, yes. The Goonies. Every time the Goonies is on, I stop. Lethal Weapon. Roadhouse. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. The Fifth Element. Jaws. Almost every Jaws. Like almost every time. But Goonies is the big one, like, because it's always on, and Kim gets so annoyed. We just watched this, and I'm watching it again. So, Bronx Tale was awesome. Yeah, but see, I'm going on movies that like usually got pop on TV quite a bit, like because I don't remember last time I saw the Bronx Tale on TV or Goodfellas. Freaking Bloodsport back in the '90s was on every day on TBS, and Roadhouse I don't see as much anymore either. And Roadhouse used to be on all the time.
Yes, back in the day. Yep.
Yeah, all the time.
And there were quite a few Chuck Norris movies that would play either in the evenings or on the weekends on TBS as well. Oh, there he is. Yes, Philip Baker. Was it Philip Baker Hall, the older guy in The Rock? He did play library cop on Seinfeld, but was Philip Baker Hall in The Rock? I can't remember. I know most of the faces from that movie, and Philip Baker Hall was a good actor. Sucks, but he was pretty old when he started. I remember seeing him in the first Ghostbusters. I think he was a general and he had 2 lines, and that was 84. Uncle Buck, I wouldn't sit down and watch again. Then again, it's the humor of its time, and I watched it last year, the year before, so it didn't really hit me the same.
And I have a confession to make now too about Home Alone now, and I hope other people are doing this now. I don't even watch Home Alone anymore. I just get right to the ass kicking part.
Yeah.
I mean, like I watched the first one. We watched the end of it, and then the only reason I watched the whole second one was because after my everything had happened with my sister, I and Jody, sorry, Alex, before you think Candace or Sarah, something happened to them. I needed something to do to take my brain off of everything that was going on, so I went and bought a new entertainment stand. And I threw Home Alone 2 on and put it together.
Jesus, 3 times at night. Say goodbye to sleep at that point.
I'm good for one. Have to go one. I go for one, especially tonight because I'll end up probably smashing this while we're sitting here. So
yeah,
I'm a good for a one at least. At least a one. 8-Bit Christmas is a new. I don't even know what the hell that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Hey, did you happen to see the new Hellraiser?
Yes, I did. I thought it was all right.
Okay, because I saw it on the TV there, and I didn't end up buying or getting it, so it was all right. That was correct.
Yeah.
She was good as Pinhead.
Yeah, she was okay.
She was okay. Yeah.
I was more interested in the different configurations because I don't remember from the first Hellraiser there being more than one configuration. We all know the Lament configuration, but apparently the box changes into 6 other configurations, which I had no idea. And
me neither.
I love exposition. So when characters explain stuff in depth, so I love that part of it.
Mm-hmm. See, and I always like and whether that is, but I like the origin stories when they're properly told out. Like when you hear like how Freddy became Freddy or what happened to Jason or I like those. I like knowing what happened, even to see what happened.
Yeah.
But the problem is that usually like the movies are so classic at a time when they try to redo it or to show what happened, it's just a drizzling shit.
Yeah, the updated version, the 2010 version of A Nightmare on Elm Street, I wasn't too crazy about it. I like Jackie Earle Haley and Rooney Mara. She's okay, but I don't think that movie needed to be redone.
That and the new Friday the 13th. I don't care anyone says it sucked.
Like I said, the only reason that I paid any attention to it was America Olivo.
Okay.
Yeah, she was the one where she is sitting outside on the ground and there are 2 guys who are talking to each other. So one guy's looking at the other guy and she's taking off her shirt and dumping water on her boobs. She's like, "Oh no." That's the only reason I watched that movie. It was great.
I remember being in the theater watching it, and the part where they're panning through the Jason's like shed, and you happen to see like an archery trophy, and then like 10 minutes later he like shoots someone with an arrow. It's like I ran the theater and went, "Are you fucking kidding me? That's how you're explaining this? I would have rather not even seen the trophy and have him shoot someone in the fucking head." Like,
but then you don't get it drilled into your head how he was such a good shot.
I couldn't have just thought, hey, he's a lunatic that lives in the woods and probably had to kill animals to survive.
Yeah.
Cheers. I had to use my fucking brain. That 3-foot lump above my ass. Wow. I hate people so much.
Yeah, me too. I am not a big fan of people anymore, and it's taken. Well, you watch the show regularly. I talk about it every once in a while. In the gym today, for example, again, people are not cleaning up after themselves, and this gym was pretty packed today. It's those New Year's resolution people. In a
For
month,
the
they'll be
next month,
gone.
it's gonna suck. Yep.
Great, but they don't clean up after themselves. They don't put the weights away where they're supposed to go. I try. I don't know how I became that guy, but I became that grumpy old man who doesn't say anything to anyone, and I just do my thing and I leave. I am not interested in any bullshit.
I agree with you. One of the days I went to the gym during the holidays, there was a guy on 4 different machines. I didn't realize I did legs. He was on like a calf raise. I didn't realize he was on it until after. I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry, we're using that. Oh yeah, that's fine. And then I kind of look and watch, and he was on like 4 different machines. I'm like, well, fuck you. 4 different. Like, my thought is, if you're gonna be like, if you can be on 2 different stations, but they're right beside each other, fine. Use the 2. That's fine. But don't be like, and this guy was like going across the gym to another thing. Like, no, that is not cool. Like, stick into your little area, you know?
I could see if he was doing circuit training, and especially like you have said, when you have gone to the gym, it's mainly empty when you're there. So take advantage while you can. Where my gym is, especially today, it's busy. So you have to improvise if you can't get what you want. Either that or you wait. But yeah,
But the gym was it wasn't empty, but there was probably 8, 9 people in the gym. So it's like, and our gym isn't huge. It's probably the size. I'd say that our gym is the size of one that used to be in the rec center upstairs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, about that size. So really, 9 to 10 people, that'll fill it up pretty quick, right? Especially if people are using 2 machines.
Yep.
And this guy's on like 4. Like, come on, dude. Seriously. Like, come on. And especially when 2 of the machines here, so 2 of them were beside each other. One was like on, and then we got, so our gym is separated by like a stand with like weights and kettlebells and yoga balls and whatnot, right? That's how it's separated. And on the other side is like your machines, your like Smith machines and whatnot, and the other side is free weights. So he was using 2 machines that were kind of separated over in like where the Smith machines were and shit like that, and then using 2 leg presses over where the weights are. I was like, no, like use 2 and then come use the other 2. You know, like that's where my brain goes. And if there's no one in the gym, go nuts, use everything. But when there's more people in the gym, don't be bouncing all over the place.
Yeah. Well, at least he was kind of cool about it and he didn't freak out at you.
And I told him to go fist himself. Because I'm at that age too where, dude, I shut the fuck up. Seriously. Like, I've had people going, like, I had one guy blatantly take a machine. Like, he watched me use it. And like, and you know, like, who does 2 sets in a gym? Nobody. And he jumped on this machine. And it's like, you know what? And I'm not going to say anything. I'll just wait till he's done, then I'll finish it up. But it's just like, people are assholes. You know? And yeah, like you said, for the next month, we're going to get all these new people I'm going to do it this time for sure, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yep. And that crowd always thins itself out eventually. Sometimes there are a few who stay, which is great, but the rest, I don't understand why they bother. It's just like, as with that crowd that says, "Well, I'm going to do it this time," and then after a month they peter out. It's the same thing in this city. When it snows, all of a sudden the city is rushing. Oh no, we need to get ice salt. Oh no, they don't have any ice salt. What are we going to do? You mean you didn't plan for this after the previous 15 winters where it did happen? Come on, guys. Somebody has to have allocated some money from the city budget to get ice salt, or at least a contract. Come on.
well, and you would think, like, and not even if you didn't have a contract. So I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Let's say that they don't really have storage for it in Vancouver. I'm playing total devil's advocate. I have no idea what this is. This is bro science. Okay. They see the weather is coming and it's going to be big. So why aren't phone calls going out, say, to Hope and to, you know, Merritt and stuff, like close enough cities that, hey, we're about to get fucking smashed. Could we get a couple loads of we gotta, they have, you tell me that Vancouver doesn't have salt or sand or nothing?
I didn't see any sand, ice salt. The main roads took a few days.
Wow.
Yeah, sad.
Wow, but you think, yeah, they see this shit coming, like it'd be like, you know. But we have the same stuff here with people who carry on about the road conditions, and like, because the highways get horrible here, right? And they end up in the ditch, but they had summer tires on. It's winter. Like, that happens all the time. Like, again, like we always say, this isn't Vancouver. You can't get away with that here. Like, our winters get pretty freaking hard. It was cold, don't get me wrong. All over North America, it was frozen. But we have at least a 2-month period where it's god awful here. You know, and people just don't care. And I realize that tires are expensive. I think what would help is if the government offered a plan that people could get proper tires at a better price, because tires are freaking expensive.
They are, and I would think that, and I haven't done this yet, and I really should, winter tires, because they don't sell well in the summer, that's probably when you should get them if you can. Now, I have all seasons, and the tread is probably down to half. I mean, I didn't slide around too much this time, but next winter, if it happens again like it did this winter, I'm screwed. So I can't skate on by with what I've got. I got to plan ahead. But then again, I'm not the city. I'm just a guy. They should have people planning this stuff. It's just like, remember in Armageddon, Bruce Willis was saying to the guys at NASA, you guys are NASA. You probably have guys sitting around thinking this stuff up. Yeah, you should have people thinking this stuff up. Yeah. It's the contingency plans. It's the what ifs.
And they should, yeah. And you're not wrong. Yeah, there should always be somebody, you would think that there'd be, someone should at least have a contingency plan, especially when you're still in Canada. And you didn't know like a week out, like, holy crap, this could happen. Like, we need to figure this out, at least, to try to be ready.
Yeah. Yeah. But then, speaking of contingency plans, then when it comes time to, we had coronavirus. We did have coronavirus. I'm not going down this path of, did we? Yes, we did. So how do we prevent such a thing from going as big as it did again? Oh, no, if they're doing contingency plans, that means they're planning something. Ooh. Yeah, and then we have to go down that stupid path of, no, why can't we plan ahead? And then we get into that back and forth.
Yep. Yeah, in which it's and I remember saying to you on the show that this is something we're gonna have to deal with for the rest of our lives, and it is. This is something that's gonna seem to pop up all the time, and we're just two dudes talking, and I don't know if there's anything that we can ever say to make anything better.
No, we can't.
Or to change anything, and it's not going to.
No.
Even if we sat here and we was like, hey, we figured it out, no one's ever gonna listen to us. But so many wormholes to go down. Good Lord.
Yeah, that's why last year I titled one of the episodes, Be the Change, a Philosophical Failure. Because no matter if you have this philosophy of, I want to be the change that I want to see in the world, and I've done this myself, I clean up after myself, try and be respectful, blah, 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 blah. People don't follow that because they're too wrapped up in their own selfishness, for a lack of a better word. And that's why we're in the shithole that we currently exist in.
I never say this word right, but the anonymity of the internet just makes but it's not even just like, okay, so I'm going to backtrack. It's not even that. It's the world in general. People are just assholes.
Yeah.
The collective person is an asshole. And I'm not saying I'm innocent of it whatsoever. But
you post memes on Facebook, or at least you used to, about being proud about being one. Now, were you trolling, or are you just revealing
I'm definitely
yourself?
Can be an asshole, but in the right circumstances.
Okay.
There's a time where, by all means, be an asshole. There's a time like something. So here, and this has happened. I saw this in person. Oh, no, sorry. I didn't see it in person, but it happened to Brody. And then I saw a video. I saw on the Customer Wars or whatever, Neighborhood Wars. I saw this video. So I know I've told the story in here before. We were down in Seattle to go see GNR. Brody held the door open for a gentleman to go into the gas station, and the guy looked at him and said, "I didn't ask you to hold that fucking door open for me." And I was thinking that has to be like a 1 in a bazillion that like I don't know that's a word. That's how like this is never going to happen again. Sure as shit, on this neighborhood wars or whatever, there was a fight with 2 dudes in a convenience store, and it all started because one of the guys held the door open for another guy, and he didn't appreciate it. That is there's times where I've got stuck holding a door going, man, I shouldn't have done this. And like I'm standing here because there's just so many people coming out of a door, right? But and then finally I'm like, okay, someone else take over. I've been standing here for about 35, 40 seconds now. My wife is gone. I got to go find her now. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't. And a full-on fist fight in this gas station over someone holding a door for another person.
I don't understand how something like that can be interpreted in such a wrong way.
Me neither. You have the door open for somebody.
Yeah.
You know, another one that I keep seeing a lot of is like in our Walmart here, there's like a crosswalk where you're supposed to be able to, it's painted and everyone just kind of knows. And the amount of people that'll just keep driving, it's like, you know, like seriously. The one day me and Cohen's old coach were walking across the road in Lethbridge, and both of us kind of looked at this car that was coming up on us. We're in a crosswalk. And if this person hit us, it would have been like Hancock, and that car would have wrapped around us. Because it was like a little Civic or something. And I mean, I'm 6 foot, 300 pounds. Coach Jensen is 6'7" and 300 pounds, 310 pounds. So that car would have wrapped around us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's happened to me a time or two. Then again, I'm in the city, so I expect it where someone will be right behind me. So of course I'm going to hold the door open for them or what have you. And of course, because it's a city, there's always someone else around. So yeah, I'm standing there a good 30 seconds. And my girlfriend will be very patient, and she will stand there waiting on the other side of the door for me. And she's laughing because I got myself into this situation. But someone at some point is going to do it. So why not be that person if you have to, I guess. And
excuse me.
On that subject of crosswalks, near my place, there is, I'm near a main road. So I sometimes take a side lane. Yeah. You okay? You seeing stars? You get to that age, you cough, you see stars, you better lay down and die. No, I'm kidding. So I approach the main road via, let's call it the laneway. It's a side street. And in front of me, it's a blinking red light. And there are traffic lights on the main road, which is that way. And I'm going to turn left onto the main road. And for whatever reason, I don't understand this, when the main road traffic lights are red, I should have the right of way to cross into the intersection and turn left. The problem is people on the sidewalk of the main road, they don't seem to think that I have the right of way. So they keep crossing and I have to stop. And I don't understand that. I mean, am I in the wrong, or do I have the right of way when those main traffic lights are red?
Lights are red. Fuck. Sorry, guys. Now you're cutting across a red to turn left? Or you got a green? I'm a little confused.
I have a blinking red, just a single blinking red. It's not an actual traffic light.
Well, no, you're still supposed to stop. They do have the right of way because that is supposed to be treated like a stop sign. So they technically do have the right of way. Now, if it's a busy intersection, they should maybe change it to proper lights.
Yeah.
But yes, they have the right of way.
Okay.
They do. Yeah. Because you have to. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure in Vancouver, this is god fucking awful. My biggest annoyance on the road, one of the biggest, are bicyclists.
Ugh.
Because I'm all cool if you're going to ride and It is a little annoying sometimes if you're riding your bike in the middle of the traffic lane, but you want to know what? Hey, at least you're not on the sidewalk. The ones that drive me nuts are the ones that just blow through stop signs, blow through red lights that they got the right to do. That drives me insane.
Agreed.
You know, like your motor vehicle, like that. You're supposed to be, obeying the rules of the road just like a car.
Yeah.
Drives me insane. Drives me nuts.
Yeah, I see it all the time near my job.
Yep.
Red lights, stop signs, they do not, and I don't understand why. I mean, the city spent, I don't know how many, it's got to be thousands of dollars for lines to be painted and concrete pillars to be put up for a dedicated bike lane. And for them to just blow through the red light, let alone a stop sign, it makes no sense to me, because there's cross traffic that sometimes goes through the intersection, and if they're blowing by, I've never seen it happen. But if they blow through that red light and they get hit, well, it's kind of their fault.
It is totally their fault. I always go back to the Leary bit. I got my little bit, beep, beep. Well, I got a horn. Bump, bump, you're dead.
Yeah.
you know, so
there's nothing saying like I was right, like being dead in that instance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that's really your hill to die on, no pun intended. Like, good Lord.
Yeah, well, not being right, thinking that they're right and that they're invincible, and then they're dead.
But I do feel bad for cyclists because I've seen a lot of those videos, especially on bike cams, where like people just kick their doors open into the bike lane. They don't look first, and this poor biker doesn't endo over the door because his asshole just blew his door open, right?
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yep. Yeah, there are drivers who are at fault as well, especially those who don't look in their side view mirror before opening their door into a bike lane. I mean, common sense would say, but as the old saying goes, common sense ain't so common.
So there was a funny video. Now, okay, so there on that, again, the neighborhood borders, there's two motorcycles are going. One guy something happened and he kind of wipes out a little bit, right? So the other bike turns around to go make sure that he's okay. And he's okay. He's back up. So they cross. Well, this guy that went back to go see if his friend was okay, like stops in the middle of the road. Well, there's a car behind him. And the car rear ends him. And this guy's giving him you hit me now. Albeit when you look at the video, you can see him clearly like this. So, but I think the motorcyclist should have got you because you stopped in the middle of a laneway. You just stopped. Like, and I know you got to be ready as a driver, and I understand. Like, he was distracted driving, caused an accident, but you got to use a little bit of your brain. Like, pull off to the side of the road. Your friend's good, just kind of pull off, and But yeah, it was just like, whew. Yeah, road wars is another one. That's the other one. Like road rage stuff. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I used to watch on YouTube. I don't anymore. Russian dash cam video.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Those were fun.
Those are something else.
Yeah, especially adult human beings who decide to walk out into traffic without looking right or left. I mean, number one, you're walking out into traffic, you're taking your life in your hands, but to not look beforehand? Come on, man. I know it's Russia and life sucks over there, but still.
And I love when they do the little onto the vehicle and like roll off.
Yeah, insurance scams are fun too.
Yeah. Was that the one that we watched where I think you showed the video where the guy like hits the hood and like hits the vehicle with his scooter, and she's like, "You fucking idiots, I got this on camera," and they like freaked out and ran away because they were trying to do that, but like she had a dash cam on. And maybe it was Tosh. We've watched so many of them, but she had a dash cam, and like they come out and he like hits the hood and they come and throw a bike underneath it to make it look like she ran him off on the bike. She's like, and she's Irish or Scottish, goes, "You fucking idiots, I caught the camera on my," and they're like, "Oh," and they pick it up and they run away, right? It was like that was amazing. Yeah, they'd run off. Yeah.
Yep, one of these days it's going to happen to all of us. So at some point in time, you might want to think about investing in a dash cam.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. You're not wrong. So
I think a decent one, a 1080p it's got to be $100 or somewhere in that neighborhood.
There's our girl.
Well, Hello there, Big Red.
Hubba hubba. Rare. Better late than ever, I guess.
Yeah, it seems that she and Riley swapped places. Riley is usually here near the end of the show, and she's here near the beginning, but we're glad you're here nonetheless. Hope you had a good New Year, and you got right trashed, of course. Now, what would be a reversal of fortune is if you didn't get pished.
Right?
Pished.
Sorry, I have to look on my phone now. For some reason, I got signed out of my Facebook on my computer. So, great googly moogly. So I'm just kind of looking. Interesting. I wonder if this is true. The U.S. Army once designed an anti-armor grenade that would be the same size and shape as a football, so U.S. soldiers knew how to sling it.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah. I don't know how real it is. Oh, yeah, this prototype was built out of hollowing an old Nerf ball. It does say Nerf on the side of it. I don't know if that's a real thing. That'd be pretty cool.
That makes sense because you want to recruit strong young people right out of high school or college. So football makes
that is true. Yeah. Yeah.
Ha. Hogmanay. Hogmanay.
Hogmanay. Oh, I don't know why. I'm sure you've heard this, but apparently Shakira is in some pretty bad tax trouble in Italy or something like that. Like she's yeah. So I don't know what commercial we were watching today, but whatever was on one of those commercials, and I looked at Kim and said, "Oh, someone's trying to make up that tax money now because she's selling that song to fucking anybody to use."
Yeah, I bet Willie Nelson's giving her a little bit of advice.
Right? Fuck. Right. Now we have to have some Karen videos.
We do, but because of the problem with that Qantas video,
right.
We're gonna have to hold off till next week. I decided not to go with the usual drama that I've been seeing about, people yelling at each other in restaurants and airports and on the bus. Now, I found something a little bit different, although it was from December last year. I hadn't seen it before, so next time.
Yeah. Did I hear any music over the break? No. No. Oh, wait. No, nothing new to report there. Same old. Actually, so I listened to I was watching some old WWE videos, and Undertaker came out back when he was the American Badass to Rollin'. So I was like, oh man, I'm gonna download that and listen to it. And I'm listening to it, and I'm going in my head thinking, yeah, and without the Undertaker coming on, it's just not that good. It's just not that good at all.
Yeah.
Do you remember doing the Rollin' dance in The Monk?
Yes. Yeah, I don't want to remember because there was us, and then there were, I think, 3 girls about 7 or 8 feet away, and they were just looking at us with the cringe look. So I don't want to remember that now.
Yeah, it was bad.
Bullet Train was a great movie. One of my top 10 of the year. Yeah.
I have not watched that yet, so I guess I need to.
Yes, you should.
Okay, fine. Fine.
Very entertaining.
Fine.
And I did see the latest Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie as well.
Oh, yeah?
The only real reason to watch that movie is for the bus massacre.
Yeah, and do you want to know what? Me and Kevin stopped by a Hot Topic in the States, or in Calgary, and the young lady there, because I bought a Texas Chainsaw shirt, and she was carrying on about how I should watch the new one, and I didn't because Sarah said it was so bad, and she said yes, it's terrible, but you need to watch it for the bus massacre alone. And I still don't think I can bring myself to it. Just because I just heard so many. So I'm gonna leave. Like, I didn't mind a couple of the sequels, but I'm just gonna leave Texas Chainsaw alone now. and I'll go back and watch the original when I feel the need to.
Nice.
But yeah, I think I'm just gonna let a sleeping dog lie, and we're just gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah. I also watched the Texas Chainsaw 3D from, I think it was 2013. After the third Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie from, I think it was 1990, they kind of start to go downhill after that, which is sad. But there's only so much you can do with a big guy who's carrying a chainsaw.
What 3D was that? The one with Jessica Biel or whatever?
No, the one with Jessica Biel was from 2003. I think it was 2003. R. Lee Ermey was in that one. R. Lee Ermey was also in the next one, which was, I think, from 2006.
Okay, and I didn't mind those two. The problem that it is with the chainsaw, especially anyone that's operated a chainsaw, they are not fucking light. Even for a big, you're gonna get tired.
Yeah.
So, but I think the draw for me was always that because Leatherface was based after Ed Gein, and a lot of the stuff that was in the house was at Ed Gein's house, so it was kind of interesting to me in that aspect. I always found it intriguing.
Yeah, Ed Gein, he gave a few ideas to some people. I mean, Psycho was partially based on Ed Gein, and so was
Dr. Lecter.
What's that?
Dr. Lecter was too.
That too. And there was a movie from, I think, 1974. I think it's called Deranged, and it stars the old man from the first Home Alone movie with the shovel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's disturbing, that one.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Huh. Yeah, I've never even heard of that. So
if you feel like punishing yourself, that's one to watch. And it's from the 70s. The 70s is such a golden era of cinema.
maybe I look back. I think I just said to Kim, because I'm on those like growing up in the 80s and 90s. It's like a page where they share like old clips from like Sears catalogs and the newspapers and art. And it's just like, it was so awesome to grow up then. It really was. Like when you were excited to just see a piece of paper that had like video games on it and stuff, like compared to now where it's completely, it's on everything that you click, I was looking at campers lately, right? Because I need a new camper, and that's all my Facebook now is campers. So like, it's just there for you. There's, whereas when we were kids, it was so much simpler. God, I sound like such an old man saying that, but fuck, I'm only 42 and I'm saying that. As much times have changed. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. It was a simpler time, but in this day and age, when you have so much choice and you can truly go your own way when it comes to entertainment. I mean, I, for the most part, avoid all forms of advertising on Facebook and YouTube, so I can see what I want and avoid all the trash in between.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely. Yep.
Yeah,
yes,
I do yearn for that simpler time, but I'm also grateful that we live in such a complex and intertwined world at the same time.
and like we've said very clearly before, when people bitch that we live in the worst times ever, I'm watching 1923 now, the next saga in the Yellowstone world. Yeah, go live there for a while. Go back again. I'll say it again. Go back to 1883, when literally everything could kill you. All like a million ways to die in the West. Says like literally everything's trying to kill you.
Yeah.
And then you come back here and tell us how horrible it is to live now.
Yeah. I'll take an example from one of Riley's comments. Wake up 3 times at night to take a piss. So imagine getting up in your house in 1883 and having to go outside to the outhouse, and depending on where you live, it might be snowing, just to use the bathroom in the middle of the night. I mean, I am 7 steps away from my bathroom.
Me too.
Yeah. I don't understand how we're living in such terrible times. We have boxes that keep food cold in our houses. Salt and sugar used to be the greatest thing since sliced bread and electricity and the telephone. We don't live in a time that's really that bad.
And to add on to your comment about the washroom, so whenever you had to dig a latrine, it couldn't be near your house, so it was, quite a few feet away because you didn't want to smell that.
Yeah.
Right? And then what happens when you fill the shithole? Oh, you gotta, cover up the shithole and move the hole over. So now you gotta redig a shithole. But we live in horrible times. Horrible, horrible times.
Says two white guys who have absolutely nothing to worry about in life. Yeah.
And that being said, let's wrap this up because I need a snack. And I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna go to that cold box and get me a snack.
Yeah, food whenever you want.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I don't have to go kill anything. I literally right now, if I wanted to, I could go, fire up my vehicle that I can go up to 100 and whatever in, and not claim how fast I went in it. And I can drive over to the 7-Eleven and buy any fucking kind of food that I want. And good Lord.
And if you wanted to go visit Chad, you don't have to get on your horse and travel 2 days or 3 days, however long it takes to get there, probably 4 or 5, considering how far away
he's an 8-hour drive. So I can imagine how long of a horse ride that would be.
Yeah, and assuming your horse is not going to die along the way because you're walking him, I don't know, 12, 16 hours a day.
Yeah, and, hopefully you don't get jumped by any bandits or, Native Americans or any of that shit. So,
And hopefully you don't get bitten by a rattlesnake and you find a doctor who's going to rub, I don't know, garlic on it or something and say, oh, there, you'll be okay. Right. Just pray to the Lord our God and hope that you'll live.
Yeah, he's gonna spit on it. You'll be fine. Walk it off. So.
Yep. But we live in terrible times.
Yes. Horrible, horrible times.
Yes. Yeah, especially so horrible that we have to hear from the likes of Big Red, really, Redneck, and Chad, who all stuck around at various times tonight. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much for joining us for this first show of 2023. And people we haven't seen in a while, Hanama, Overseer, Penny, Trish, Jen, Corey, and Trevor, the other Trevor of ours, friend Jolene, Freak Nasty, Bumsex, and again, a shout out to Gareth. We will be back.
Blaster Brody.
Yeah, what's he up to? Did he survive Christmas?
I think he's around somewhere.
I don't give a shit.
I think he was home for Christmas. I think he just went back up.
Oh, right on.
Dude, I literally went hermit. I didn't do shit. I went and saw my brother. That was it.
Same here. I didn't go out too much, only when I had to. I stayed off the computer as much as I wanted to. Slept in, even though I slept a whole lot, it wasn't enough, unfortunately.
Hi, Jolene.
Hey, there's the other Jolene. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hope all is going well for you. We're just about to wrap up here, so thank you very much for stopping in at the very end. And we have 2 other people aside from Jolene watching. Hope you all are doing well. We'll be back next Monday. That'll be the 9th. Same time. Yes. And an LOL to play us out. What does that mean, to play us out? To end the show.
Yes.
I had to play some really bad Sting in like half speed or something just to belay the point. Anyway, we'll be back. So thank you all for being here. And well, you used a catchphrase at the beginning, which I'm surprised you did, but I'll use one here at the end. If you've got nothing else.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye, everyone else. Take care.